Hello, I'm Doug, and this is the Taste and Sensibility channel. And today we're at episode number 7 of Stinky Cheeses. And today's cheese is Limburger. So this will be the stinkiest of the stinky cheeses unless I can find some Grayson. And Limburger is described in Liz Thorpe's wonderful book, The Book of Cheese, in her Taleggio Gateway chapter, which she is using to collect various washed-rind cheeses. And that's her favorite kind of cheese, is the washed-rind things with extra smells, I guess. I'm not sure what part of it appeals to her, but on the intensity of flavors, Limburger's way over here, next to the end. But Grayson is stronger, so that's a domestic cheese that I might be able to find. But Limburger is the limit that I know I can get. So, and here's the entry. Limburger. Cow milk, it says. Recommended brands. Chalet Cheese Company, that's what this one is. And then some German things. Yeah, German ones. So mostly she talks about imported ones, but her summary of the aroma is bad and really strong. Texture from crumbling to supple depending on age. Flavor dark chocolate, liver, salt. In short, awful. Some would say offal as in O-F-F-A-L, parts of animals that are not eaten. And some would say awful, A-W-F-U-L. So, she's very funny. So I'm going to try to get into this thing. This has been out, so it's a little soft and squishy. I've got some extra over here from a different piece, from a different age, from a different batch that's already cut into slices for me to try the sandwich things that are often done with this. So I wanted some neatly cut, so I prepared those ahead of time. They're also out at room temperature. And I think I will just cut through the paper of this label. That'll let me get into, okay, yeah. Once you break through the label, one of the foldovers and wraps is under this label. So if you can get it cut there, you're probably in. There we go. Ooh. So there is a little color on this. I didn't show. Let's see. There is a date stamp on it, which is 2 months out in the future. So I'm not close to any limits. And this is kind of a papery and foil. There. And I'm trying not to touch the cheese, because once you do, your hands smell for the rest of the day. Now it does come out with soap and water. Got some earlier today. I took a shower. The smell went away, so it can be washed off. So there is my chunk. And I'll just have to show pictures because there's no more wrapper label thing. And this smells awful. As they say, yes, like body odor, some animal's body odor, something that some animal left behind. So I do see a few holes in it, and let me bring over these pieces. You can see a few holes in these slices. So you can tell it's put together from curds. And this one is made in Wisconsin at a fairly famous cheese maker called Chalet. And they do all sorts of things with rye bread and onions, and that's why I've got some of the things I have here on my tasting plate and bread plate that I don't usually have. So, yeah, definitely has a strong aroma. And it has a soft texture. This is really yielding a lot. Just trying to cut it. The downward pressure of a fairly sharp knife deforms it quite a bit. So I'm not a big fan of the cheese itself, but the flavors are milder than the aromas, so it is edible. But first time I smelled it, it almost turned my stomach. Yeah, it's hard to prepare yourself. Today I haven't had any trouble with it because I sort of knew what to expect. So it was not a surprise, it was not a shock. There's nothing attractive about the aroma though. It's bad, and then The cheese is not really to my palate. We have differences. So I'm just going to go through and give you an idea of what the stuff's like. And you won't want to eat it after that. So I think I've got a few nice pieces. Wow, this is really soft. I think it goes out maybe 6 months is their 6 or 8 months is their best buy date. Eat by, consume by, sell by. So yeah, there's a few pieces. And it's there. I don't have to touch it very much. So I guess I will take a small piece and just eat it plain. So it's very soft, creamy looking, fat containing. So Limburger. Nice creamy texture. And then midway through chewing up, releasing some of the aromas that go in, that you can smell once it's in your oral nasal cavity. It has a bad aroma and tastes like something went wrong. But that is just the flavor. It's strong. So there might be things it goes with. We'll try a few things here. And I'm not going to be a fan of it either way. So I'm going to take a nice piece, put it on a cracker, and see if the crackers do much for it. Limburger on a multi-grain cracker. Much better. Covers over some of the aroma and flavors that are that you might suggest are too strong. So it's crunchy, nice texture contrast. You can tell there's some salt in the cheese. There's a nice creamy mouthfeel. It's got plenty of fat and mouthfeel. And eating it with a cracker toned down some of the flavors. So, which I'm suggesting are too strong. Let me get another. Put on this other cracker, like a club cracker. And this is a nice sized piece of creamy, fat-laden cheese. It's made from cow's milk, by the way. On this nice club cracker. Okay, that goes. It also softens and dilutes the flavors, which I'm thankful for. And now I'm going to, it's already all over me. I'm going to try this on some flatbread. There's a nice modest piece. And there's less flavor, less salt, less things on this in this flatbread to cover up or dilute. Salt is what comes out mainly there. It's keeping the same character. It doesn't change. It just goes lower in intensity with the crackers being part of your bite. So I will put a small piece of the Limburger on. Didn't quite cut. On a piece of homemade whole wheat bread I just made today in a bread machine. So let's see how it does with this bread. Oh wow, okay, the wheat is very hearty. It's a bold, wheaty flavor, and it stands up to the cheese better than any of the crackers did. There's more flavor, more heft to the body and flavor of the bread. So yeah, that's working well with the cheese. And I'm going to take a little piece of this dark pumpernickel and see how the cheese is on that thing. I think this is Pepperidge Farm Dark Pump, and it also complements it pretty well and covers up some of the stronger flavors, so that goes with it. And the oh man, okay, I guess I should do a few pairings. So I got all this stuff out and put it on this plate in this nice arrangement. So I am going to just take a piece of cheese. Actually, might make some of the cheese smaller. Here. Now I'm going to take, I guess, a strawberry, a fresh strawberry, a small piece of cheese, and just see how the two go together, or don't go together. Okay, that works. If you can keep them together as you're chewing and squishing around in your mouth, because the fat, creamy cheese wants to slide away from the strawberry, but if you can crunch them up together, that actually worked out well. It was a good combination and good contrast. Fruity juiciness versus the salty fat. Okay, next thing I'm trying is a jalapeno slice on a piece of cheese. So let's see if the strong flavors together do anything good or bad. Ooh, there's some heat in that chili. And it hit the roof of my mouth first. But actually the green pepper flavor and the cheese get along together, and you don't think about stinkiness at all. It's distracting you from that and giving you some different vegetable notes that I'm a big fan of. So yeah, that helps a bunch. What else have we got here? We've got some sun-dried tomatoes. So just a few pieces on a piece of cheese. Might give it a different character. I usually get smoky, earthy stuff from sun-dried tomatoes. So let's do this. Oh wow, that was a ride. Some of the unpleasant flavors or aromas in the cheese got released to be a little stronger or highlighted or shown off somehow. So, but overall it was a decent combination. I just noticed some of the things in the cheese that I don't like even more with that. So let me try this trick where I take some fairly moist cheese, it's kind of soft, and press it into some sunflower seeds. And see how the nuttiness gets along with this cheese. Very good. Salty nuttiness of the sunflower variety for sure. Really goes along with that cheese. And I would say it helps the cheese. So yes, yes. And okay, for fresh blueberries. I didn't really get a feel for these when I ate them before. Very juicy, fruity, not real sweet. Okay, these are hard to put together. I'm gonna put them in my mouth and then put them in the cheese. It tastes like blueberries and an old shoe. Which is an improvement. That helps the cheese. Okay. Found a renegade sunflower seed. Oh, I didn't bring my water to drink, but I really want to rinse my mouth out now. But I'll just keep going. So, yes, I'm to the onion and cheese sandwich on rye bread point. So, one of the things that's in every video about Limburger is, here's what they do in Wisconsin, or here's what they do where they make Limburger. So, I'm going to take a little piece of Vidalia onion, or some sweet onion. Vidalia may sue me if it's the wrong kind. There. And a slice of the cheese, if I can get it away from, oh man. This is so, this cheese has really relaxed. And now I can't get it off the plate or away from the other cheese. Okay, there we go. Wow, that is soft. So there's my sandwich. And this is a different batch of cheese. It's not 2 months away from its used by date, but right on top of it. So I sliced a fresh brick when it was cold. just to be able to have some slices. So I think this is what they show in the videos from Wisconsin on how to eat Limburger. So they put, and they usually have thicker slices in this. I'm just trying to figure out the flavor combination. So let's go. Onion, cheese, and rye bread. Dark pump. So the onion is a little sweet and a little hot, and definitely distracts you from the cheese flavors. I think goes along with the rye bread, that's fine. So nothing wrong with that at all. My other experiment is to use a red onion, which is going to be a little hotter and not so sweet. I didn't bring enough bread. I'll just switch onions. Let me take off. Oh, that's hard to do. There, onion removed. Ooh, this one is much bigger. Let me take just a subset. There. Red onion, cheese, and rye bread. Let's go. More oniony, less sweet. Definitely, yeah, onion flavor for sure. And the cheese is a minor component when it's this thin. So I would be, if invited to Wisconsin to someone's home, like a cheesemaker's home, and they gave me this sandwich, I'd be able to eat it. It'd be fine. I wouldn't have to make faces or politely excuse myself. I've been so worried about Limburger. I forgot to ask you to like the video and leave comments and questions and share it with friends. Subscribe to the channel and click on that bell to get notified when the new videos come out. So this is going to be the strongest cheese of the Stinky cheese family, the Tilapia Gateway, that we're going to investigate. I'm just going to go out and see what I can find for the rest of the series, and maybe one stronger than this will show up called Grayson, but I think I'll be able to handle it. So this is not as scary as it used to be, and I'm not a fan. I won't be buying any more Limburger. I will probably eat all the things that are sliced and out, and then be done with it and move on to more interesting things to my palate. So thanks for watching, and cheers.